Alright, everybody, it's the TV Optimist, and I'm talking about Hell on Wheels. Another show I know way too much about without having ever seen it. My mom watched this show religiously, so of course I've had a lot spoiled. But let's see if it's hurt my experience at all. The series follows Cullen Bohannon, a former Confederate soldier looking to avenge the death of his wife by killing her murderers. His journey leads him to a settlement where a railroad is being constructed by one Mr. Thomas Durant. The settlement, known affectionately as Hell on Wheels, is filled with a colorful cast of miscreants that Bohannon will come to know quite well indeed. My favorite episode is God of Chaos. So yeah, my knowledge of what happens kind of soured my experience a bit, though I think if I didn't know what happened, I'd still be pretty bored out of my mind with this. It started picking up steam there at the end, so maybe this isn't a complete lost cause. Only time will tell. Um, what the fuck? Someone named Beverly Phillips Coker was like, "No one really cares about your negative comments," and I was like, "No one cares about my positive ones either." She said, "I do. I don't know who this is though. That's weird. Uh, who the fuck is she?" Nobody reads my reviews. Nobody watches my barely anyone watches my reviews, and barely anyone reads my reviews. So I'm like, who the fuck? Out of the fucking blue. Um. Oh shit. um. Yeah, Hell on Wheels. The first season. Yeah, it was kind of boring because it's like, okay, there's a lot of tension here. AMC does a really good job of like showing us these characters and all this shit and stuff. So it's like, okay, cool, but when are we gonna get to the good stuff? Um, yeah, Thomas Doc Durant. Through conversation with the railroad foreman Daniel Johnson, Cullen learns about his wife's death, but tragedy strikes before Johnson reveals her killer's name. Lily Bell accompanies her ailing husband Robert as he surveys the landscape for the Union Pacific. When Robert is killed by the Cheyenne natives, Lily must cope with being a widow on foreign soil. Reverend Nathaniel Cole baptizes Joseph Blackmoon, a Cheyenne, then takes him under his tutelage in the church. Season 1 ends with Bohannon killing a man he believes is responsible for the rape and murder of his wife, only to discover that man was not there at the time. Um, yeah, what the fuck? Let me go back here. Okay, yeah, okay. Yep, okay. Yeah, because he kills them, and that's like the where it starts picking up. It's like, fuck, something's actually happening. This is great. So last season, this is season 2 now. So last season, Cullen Bohannon finally got revenge, only to find out he killed the wrong man. Already, his life has gotten so much shittier, so he decides to go full on bad guy by joining a bunch of train robbing bandits. Hell of a start. He's eventually caught, but Thomas Durant knows how much of an asset Bohannon is to Helen Wills, so he saves him by offering him a job once again. My favorite episode is Blood Moon Rising. Wow, what a fucking finale. This whole season was perfect. I'm so ready to continue with it now. Slow start with season 1, but now I'm strapped in. Let's go train hopping, people. Yeah, season 2. Bohannon tries to find himself again. Blah 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 blah. There's the Swede. Um, yeah, he, the Swede and a misguided Reverend Cole assist the natives in attacking the railroad. The Swede is a very like up and down character. He's is he good? Is he not? And Cullen fucking hates him from the jump. Probably just because he's Swedish, but he also feels like he's not necessarily being 100% honest with everybody. And it's a good call on his part. Spoiler alert. Lily Bell seeks to gain control of the railroad from Durant and mails his accounting ledgers. I remember Lily Bell very specifically, very, very briefly, but like, yeah, she was an important character. Oh yeah, and the finale was crazy because the Swede fucking kills Lily Bell. Holy shit. And then I think Cullen beats the shit out of the Swede and leaves him for dead. Um, Season 3. After Lily Bell's murder by the Swede's hand, Cullen Bunyan has now decided that the identity of his murderers doesn't matter as much as the completion of his railroad. It's what Lily wanted after all, and Cullen didn't really love anyone as much as he loved Lily since his wife passed. He plans on sweeping the legs out from under Thomas Durant and taking over direction himself while Thomas is in jail. Favorite episodes: Get Behind the Mule, another fantastic finale, and one that pointed our hero Cullen in a very different light. Also, other crazy shit happened, and it made for a fantastic ending to a fantastic season. I'm so ready for the next season. I'm kind of mad that I'm not talking about what's her name? What's his name at all? Where's he at? 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 Why the fuck? Actor. Recurring cast. We're talking about the main cast. Elam Ferguson. He is played by Common. African American. A lot of the people were slave. Tor Gunderson is the Swede. Is the one that's nicknamed the Swede. Yeah, Common is a very important character too, and he kind of goes through a change where he becomes a yesa, nosa kind of person, like all the other recently freed slaves actually, because this is after the assassination of Abraham Lincoln. So the recently freed slaves are like, you're being this yesa or nosa person, you're cracking the whip on me, massa, and it's like, god damn, like, and he's being a real bitch. And he's in love with one of the hookers, and she's got like these tribal markings and stuff on her because she was like a medicine woman or some shit. And she gets pregnant, and I think it's with his baby, and he falls madly in love with it and everything. It's pretty cool. There's a lot that I'm not talking about here. There's the Irish brothers too. There's a lot of shit. Season 4. Oh shit. So yeah, and the I think yeah, okay. Oh shit. So last season painted Mr. Cullen Bohannon in a very different light. So early last season, Cullen visits a Mormon community and dicks down this young Mormon girl. I mean, she looks hella underage. And a bombshell is dropped in the finale. The girl, Naomi, reveals she's pregnant. The Swede, who was thought to be dead, killed a Mormon couple and was attempting to kill their kid too, then took on the identity of the man who was a bishop. So now the Swede is untouchable and Cullen is a prisoner in the Mormon commune while Helen Wills falls to shit. Favorite episode, Further West. Spoiler alert. Cullen eventually leaves the Mormon commune with Naomi and his son going back to Helen Wills, but shit goes south very fast. It all reaches a head during the finale, which got me super pumped for the final season. I've loved the show. Can't wait to see how it ends. Yeah, in season 4, he kills Common, Elam Ferguson. He is attacked by a bear in season 3 and is believed to be dead. I remember that being spoiled too. I saw my mom watching it, and the bear comes up and just fucking bats him right in his face, and he's bleeding. He's fucked up. They bring him back. Someone brings him back to life, like medicine people, and they heal him, and he's fucked up. He's blind in one eye, so he's got the white eye and everything, and he has this transformation where he thinks that he's a god. He's a bear killer. He killed that bear. I think he did. He did kill the bear, but he thinks he's fucking untouchable. When he gets into a fight with Cullen, and Cullen is forced to shoot him, kind of in a questionable way too. Everyone looked at him like, "What the fuck? You just shot him." And season 4, he's with Naomi. There's a girl in this show. Who is it? Ruth Cole. Yeah, Ruth Cole. She's a preacher in the burgeoning city of Cheyenne. She finds new purpose as a mother to the Mormon boy Ezra. She loses her. Her and Cullen become a thing, and I really hated it because I was like, I don't like that character. I didn't like Ruth at all. She let religion drive her fucking insane. Her father was a preacher. She was normal, and then after his death, she becomes kind of unhinged and very annoying. And then she's raising the Mormon boy. The Mormon boy dies in a fire, caused by probably the Swede or somebody else. I don't remember who. And she ends up killing that person, and it's punishable by death that she did that. So she has to be hanged, and it's a very. I'm like, how dare you make me like this character only to kill her off? You piece of shit. Fuck you, AMC. I can't believe this. I love this show. Yeah. Season 5, the end. Jeez, this was a roller coaster. At the end of the last season, Cullen's Mormon baby mama, their son, disappeared, and he was on the search, leaving Union Pacific and joining up with major rival Central Pacific Railroad after the developer Collis Huntington promises to find Naomi and the baby, only if Cullen promises to help them win the race to lay more track than Durant. So now he's opposite Helen Wills. He's going against. It's pretty cool. Favorite episode, done. The series finale was filled with so much emotion and ended on a happy notion that Cullen quite possibly finally found happiness. I never thought, with all the stuff I already knew going into the show, that I'd ever get over that slow building hump provided by the first season, but I'm glad that I made it through this journey. It's so satisfying. Yeah, he gets with on the railroad with Huntington. They have Asian workers, and there's one Asian boy, man, person, pretty tiny, so they assume it's a boy. Um, Gets injured, I think, and pulls a fucking Mulan. Oh shit, it's a girl dressed up, but she's just trying to make money, and I think to get back home or some shit. And of course, Cullen fucks the shit out of her because why not? And I'm like, why should I get invested? Why should I fucking care about this? But I'm glad that I ended up doing that because she makes Cullen a better man, and he ends up going to China with her. I was like, that's really cool. Um, that's a great show, and of course, the person that watched it is the one that requested it. My mom. Um, I it would have been far down on my list had it not been for my wife being like, I want to watch this show. I want to see what this is all about. And Anson Mount, fucking amazing in this show. Cullen Bohannon is such a great character. That questionable shit, fucking a. She had to be underage. She looks so fucking young, and like it's implied, like she's the daughter of somebody. It's like she's very young, and he's like making out with her and fucking her like rough, and it's like, oh my god, this is on TV. And then she's pregnant, and he's just like oh, it's so hilarious. Just like oh, I'm so fucked. I'm so fucked. He thinks he had it in the suite. He thinks that he has the suite's number, and he fucking doesn't. Oh man. Yeah, this was a great show. Thanks to my mom, Cam Van Alst, for requesting this TV series. Um, and yeah, I definitely recommend it to anyone that wants to watch. AMC makes great quality TV. I've already reviewed The Walking Dead. I've already reviewed Breaking Bad, and there's a fan theory that connects all three of these shows. Breaking Bad created the meth is what created the zombies, the walkers. And then my one of my personal favorite fan theories is that Cullen Bohannon is a descendant of Rick Grimes, or descendant. Rick Grimes is a descendant of Cullen Bohannon, which makes sense. They're both fucking badass motherfuckers, and they know how to wield a gun. So I love that. I love that theory. Okay, I'm gonna end now. You guys have a good one.